Welcome back to more 2014 E3 Talk. I'm Kitty.
I'm Slimmy.
I'm Pasta.
Kingy.
I'm Tomato.
Tomato-y, get it right.
Hey guys, it's PowerToMario. How are you?
They're gonna answer to you right now. Answer right now in the comments below, please.
Wait, can I change my name to Pasty?
Pasty, alright.
Okay.
No. Actually,
Tomato
I take that
pasty.
back.
Tomato.
Yeah, tomato pasty. There we go. That makes it much less creepy.
Alright,
Okay.
so today we are discussing Ubisoft. And they opened with a Rabbids trailer. Them rabbits watching porn.
I'm done with the rabbits, man.
People-
They're not
that-
cool anymore. They're not funny. They've been overdone. Can we please put them in their grave?
No.
No, because we need to see more rabbits watching porn and peeing into bottles. Clearly.
Yeah. The rabbits pulled a Justin Bieber in the
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah.
And I would have given the rabbits a thumbs up, like a respectful thumbs up, because they used to have like some appeal. They just weren't appealing to me, but now I'm surprised anyone likes them.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
Ubisoft, where's Rayman?
Yeah, really, where is he?
I want
Rayman
more
doesn't
Rayman.
exist. The
Doesn't-
rabbits are the star of this
Yeah.
franchise.
The rabbits killed him.
He finally went to the doctors and they're like, "Hey, your limbs are gone.
Yeah.
What?
No, he
None of
probably.
And your body parts are connected to you."
No, he went to a mental asylum because he dealt with the rabbits, probably.
That could be it.
I'm not sure. Was it actually a game, or just
I don't know. I think it was just a highlight
trailer.
for Ubisoft.
Yeah, there was no game.
Yeah, right. Because I'm like, what the hell? It felt like one of those openings in the movies that tells you to
Yeah.
shut off your cell phone and all that crap.
I think that's what it was. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was intended to be.
Yeah, alright. Cool, so rabbits. Hashtag rabbits must die. We're evil. Alright.
Yeah.
They don't need to die. They just need to be
Alright.
exercised.
Let's
Rabbits
move
need to
along.
get lost. Whatever. Okay, so let's go to an actual game. Far Cry 4.
Ooh.
A quote that I wrote down. You and I are gonna tear this shit up.
Yep. I remember that. Mm-hmm.
That was weird. So what they showed, basically, let's explain this to the viewers. This bus, and there's this dude with the passport. You could tell he's a foreign person, and he's just like, "Let me talk," and then everything goes down to shitter.
I think they're in Nepal.
Yeah,
They're in the Himalayas.
and it's like this dude comes flying in, and he treats you, the player, who was this foreign person, like really good, and the others all get shot. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I'm confused. And the quotes they used to describe it was basically, you get dropped off with a gun, fake passport, and a bit of money, and then you're fucked. That's the actual quote from the spokesperson. And I'm like, okay, good to know. Opinions?
Oh, do you want to go ahead, Tommy?
No, start. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, very realistic monkey and very realistic passport.
I know,
My
right?
God, the graphics are incredible.
I don't know.
Not much to really say about it because they showed this game later on, I think, in Sony,
Right.
and that was the gameplay portion. This was more of the cutscene portion, I guess, because there really wasn't any gameplay. It was just the opening cutscene. It seemed like.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I liked how he summed it up, the spokesperson.
Yeah, that was a creative way to sum it up.
Very.
Mhm.
I like the plot, 10 out of 10. I don't know. No, what do you guys think?
That trailer and then the ensuing Sony gameplay footage, that really overwhelmed me. I was like, ugh. I don't know. Yeah, my kind of game. That's all I got.
The Far Cry series is seemed like this weird redheaded stepchild of the first-person shooter family. It's like so. It's such a weird standout. It has like this strange style that usually involves insane characters, incredible brutality in these open, wild worlds. It's intriguing, really. But I never played a single Far Cry game. But hey,
No.
if they keep getting weird and interesting like this, maybe I'll have to try it.
It was definitely intriguing. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on here and why they're shooting everybody except for me, but okay.
It's a game that just tosses common sense out the window, and there's appeal in that to me.
Yeah, it's awesome. I liked it, really. I just was confused. I'm like, what's going on? Who am I? You know, like,
what is life?
Baby, don't hurt me no more. Alright. Anything else to say about this very bubbly, confusing title?
Not until the Sony portion.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll have more to say about it then.
Let's keep it for Sony portion. Cool. So Aisha came to the stage, which I'm like, yay, it's Aisha again, alright. And the next game they did, this excited me, even though I don't play this kind of game. It was Just Dance 2015, coming out in October. And here's what's new and what actually excited me and what they actually showed off on stage. Well, first of all, they put people from the community into the game. So like video clips from people who played and sent in their stuff. And what they revealed was that it's a latency-free, multi-device online gaming. And you can play it with your iPhone.
Smartphone, any smartphone.
Yeah, any iPhones that are connected to a big screen device with internet. Which means you can play it by yourself or even with, he said, even the whole auditorium. So you can play it during a birthday party or whatever. All you need is your freaking phone and some internet, and that's it. They showed it on stage, live, with some people in the audience too. And it actually worked. No latency, no nothing. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm impressed.
My question is, how did it work?
Magic.
Because when you play Just Dance on the Wii, there's a way to measure whether or not you did the right moves or not. And that was with the Wii remote. And I'm thinking with the Just Dance 4, they also used the Wii gamepad. I actually that's funny, because we did a review of that game on I think the CSS channel, right? Or was it my channel?
Did.
Yeah, CSS channel.
Yep.
But I'm curious because how was the phone measuring how well you did?
I'm assuming they have an app for that?
Like, the app would need to have a way to sense the motion of the phone, and that would only be the only way I could think could be accomplished is if there's some sort of gyroscope thing inside of the phone already that could measure the movement.
Well, don't smartphones have something like that anyways? Because you can do like page flipping and page turning and God knows what the hell else.
I'd assume most of them,
Yeah.
most of the modern phones probably do, but I don't know if it's, I don't know if that's supported on all of them.
Well,
I don't know.
That's probably why they said just smartphones, like the iPhones and whatnot. If it works, I'm assuming that there's something on there that makes it work, because there was actually a winner, quote unquote.
So they said, yeah.
So I don't think they're bringing something out that doesn't work at all. On that scope, that would be a huge backlash afterwards, especially for a game like Just Dance. That'd be bad. But yeah, it would be interesting to hear more about the technique or what the thing behind it is exactly. Definitely. I don't know. I was excited personally, even though I don't play this kind of game. It looked awesome though. It's awesome. It's just the idea that you can just hook up a whole friggin' birthday party, like, hey, take out your iPhones. I don't have one, but
I don't have an iPhone either.
yeah, we can't play.
Neither
Well,
do I.
I have a smartphone. I don't have an iPhone.
Well, shit, we can't play. No, I'm just kidding.
I have a BlackBerry. Go me.
I have a cell phone. You know those old things? No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, opinions? I just got super excited.
I'm kind of with Tommy on this. I'm kind of questioning the method to actually measure all that stuff, but if it works, then hey, I
It's
think that's
impressive
great.
if
That's
it
cool.
works.
Yeah.
And also, how do you know what moves to do if you're just using your phone?
Well, there was the phone and the screen. Didn't they put it on the screen too?
Yeah,
That's
but
why.
if you can play anywhere, if you can play this Just Dance Now anywhere at any time.
Well, no. That's what.
Ah.
That's why they said that you need a big screen device with internet, and what they showed was either what's it called? Those portable plate PCs. I forgot what they're called. Or another computer, something with internet.
Mm.
So it's like what they did on stage, pretty much. It's like there was that huge screen, with an internet. They had internet in there, and then you have your iPhone, and I think your iPhone just does the measuring. It's like when you do Wii Fit, with your Wiimote in your pocket.
Right, that's what I was saying. And it sounds to me like the apps on the phones are free, but might need to purchase a license of the game for the smart TVs or for a console or for a PC to put it on that bigger screen.
Well,
So
somebody needs to have the game, definitely.
Yeah. So
But-
the idea of having more than 4 people doing multiplayer, like even having a potential of hundreds of people doing multiplayer at the same time, is like, wow. That part blows me away. But just wondering how it works.
Well, it sounded pretty simple to me, but again, maybe they're gonna release something more on the techniques, like what they're using exactly. I'd be interested to see. But it seemed like it worked, so I'm impressed if it works like that. With no like strings attached, I guess. Which is what we have to assume for now because we don't have any proof otherwise, so.
Pretty much.
Okay. No more input there, I guess?
I'll just say that I like dancing. I like video games, but I don't like dancing video games.
DDR.
It's not. No, I don't like DDR. No.
What?
No more best friends.
Yep.
Breaking up.
Friendship's ruined.
Breaking up.
Oh no. Did I just open Pandora's box?
No.
All right,
Okay.
Alright.
let's go.
Cool. Did you want to add anything else? Memes?
Oh no.
Anybody?
That was all I have to say, because I am literally not into this type of game.
I wasn't either. I was just impressed. Alright.
Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Alright. Tom Clancy's The Division 2015 trailer. It was just a trailer. Anything about that? Anybody?
Well,
No.
we kind of already covered our thoughts earlier in
Well, maybe
Microsoft.
you wanted to say something else. I don't freaking know.
Yep.
Alright.
We talked
Not
about it
really.
in the Microsoft. For those who are just watching this video, we did cover a lot more in the Microsoft since I think they showed a lot more, didn't they?
Alright.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
So,
And my thoughts are still the same here.
Cool. Disclaimer here. If you want to know what the opinion is about that, go check the Microsoft video and check the index. We're going to put it in the index somewhere. Cool. The Crew, November 11th, which was, if you guys remember from last year, I believe, that
Yep.
online racing game with the open world that has no loading screens and all those
Right.
customizations for cars, where you drive from coast to coast or the US.
Hmm.
it looks like a simple Ubisoft take on Forza Motorsport in a way. Yeah.
Jeez.
You said there's no vehicle customization, right?
No. There is a lot of customization. There's no loading screens at all.
And never mind, it's a competitor to Forza Motorsport.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
So that's intriguing. They said there's these 2-hour missions. The first one of them being you start from Miami, you go to New York to I don't remember the other cities.
Yeah,
I know
the first-
Miami, New York, Atlanta, not Atlanta, LA.
Yeah.
Can't remember the cities. Yeah, it seems pretty. I wouldn't sit down for. I don't know if I could sit down for 2 hours straight and
Mm.
do a race.
I
like
think there's going to be missions that'll be shorter than those,
Yeah, I think
obviously.
so.
But this was a title that I was really, really actually kind of excited about last year. I think it was definitely one of my
Yeah.
best in show candidates from last year. I'm still liking what the concept is. I don't think they showed too much extra than what they showed last year, but it's still nice to hear that this title's still in development. I like the idea of kind of creating your own little car gang and going around and doing these missions and everything. I think it's really cool, and the fact that it has like no loading screens, lots of customization options, and just the idea of driving from like one part of the country to the other, it almost makes me want to go, hey, maybe I can go visit this place. Can I see my house in this game? Probably not, but
No.
you get the idea. You get the idea. It's a very interesting concept, and I think that it could end up being like a really, really big game, and I'm definitely a competitor to Forza for sure.
Well, they didn't show anything new in that sense, but they mentioned something. They mentioned that they had the community play it intensively and then worked off of that feedback and stuff they did. So at one point they added a climbing thing, climbing as a thing, because some people went to some far off hill to like, race from bottom to top. So it's actually, I was kind of liking that they worked off of the, how the community plays this, and they added skills and missions and stuff based on that. That's actually cool. It's actually really cool. And I think I should mention here that there's a closed beta until July 30th.
Right.
So.
And also, I remember that they actually had something for it at PAX 2014. I remember seeing like that name somewhere. So
yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it's like we said last year already, you and I, Slim. It looks really great. The scenery is awesome. It looks really real. Like a game like this should. No loading screens, nothing. All those missions, and again, I like companies that work off of the community feedback. And then just go ahead and add stuff based on how they play it, even though you're not meant to play it like that, quote unquote. That's neat. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna be an online thing at some point, maybe. Who knows? Like, maybe you can even access it without any consoles at some point. Who knows?
I think that will. Well, yeah, I think it is actually on PC now too.
Yeah,
but,
so that would be cool.
But yeah, like it definitely seems like the biggest draw will come from online play for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Opinions? Anything else?
Not a game I'm gonna be buying at all.
You're not a racer.
Yeah, not really into this type of racing game, but hey, it looks cool for those who are into that. Definitely cannot deny how good of a job they're doing in making this look sexy.
I'm so happy you used that word. Thank you. Thank you, Nemo.
I cannot deny good workmanship.
I know. Tommy, do you want to say anything else? No.
About the racing game?
Yeah.
Crew.
I have nothing else.
Cool. Okay, the next thing I mentioned was Assassin's Creed Unity again, coming out October 28th for whoever forgot. I would like to add one quote they used. I liked to say, or said, carve your own path into the city. Because that sounds like there's a lot of, multiple ways to do it. That's cool. I wanted to add that, because that sounds cool. And it also plays around the French Revolution. That's what they said, around 1793, something like that.
Yeah. That's one of the cool things about Assassin's Creed in general.
Yep.
They take real locations and incorporate some real history into the game storyline.
Yep. It's really cool. Again, I like that they showed different gameplays. One was inside an art gallery, I believe, or something, and the other one was outside, like in a city more.
Yeah, the art gallery was in the Microsoft one, and then they showed being outside for this one.
I'm really digging that, because usually they show the same footage, and I'm just like,
yeah,
we've seen this, so I'm digging it.
The thing I liked how in the demonstration, you could quite literally see who you were trying to destroy, and you kept moving from different vantage points. Like, oh, am I going to kill him from here? No. Oh, I'm going to go over here.
Yeah.
Oh no, let's get right behind him. Okay, here we go. And then that was kind of neat. I kind of liked that they showed that. I slightly preferred the footage we got in the Microsoft conference, but I think this also kind of showed very well what you can expect in this world of Assassin's Creed Unity, unlike last year in Black Flag, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So yeah, thumbs up from me for sure.
Yeah, and as I said, disclaimer here, I guess, or little note, we discussed this in the Microsoft thingy. Again, links below, everything. Cool. Anything else to add? Nope. Okay. Next title was, yeah, it was a bit weird. It's called Shape Up. Undertitle Stay Fit, Stay Fun.
Ubifit. That's what I need to call it.
It seemed a little bit like a mix, or like Guitar Hero on a dance mat. Maybe it's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, like guitar. I thought DDR as well, just because you're using your feet.
Yeah.
And then Guitar Hero with your strings and.
I got it. Dance Hero.
Yeah.
Dance Hero.
Dance Hero.
Wow.
Shape Up Dance Hero.
Yeah, and it had they used Eye of the Tiger, and you can apparently versus yourself. It's like you have a ghost of yourself next to you. It's like two of you. It's like cloning is finally working.
You could get your own amiibo and then use your amiibo in the game.
And apparently multiple people can use the same mat because they had a little versus between an American and a French person.
Mm-hmm.
The French person lost, by the way. And Aisha was like, "Lay off the frites," and I'm like, "Ha ha ha! You're so evil. I love it." Any opinions about this? Is it a game? Yeah, let's call it a game.
Well, and this is the thing I actually really like about Wii Fit and other games of this nature, because I do feel like they're trying really hard to make a game where people get encouraged to work out and kind of, lose weight and stuff like that. Because I feel like a lot of people, when they are trying to lose weight, they feel like so unmotivated because there isn't some goal-oriented, thing to reach with your workout. And I think with all these video games, they're actually trying to have that. So it's like, oh, okay, I can actually keep going back to this guy, my earlier ghost or whatever you want to call it, and actually try to perform better. I think that actually is a really, really great strategy.
Yeah.
Whether it actually works in execution, we'll have to see what happens. But I mean, I do respect and like that they're trying to go for these goals and stuff, because I think that really does help, as being someone who has been working on weight loss myself. I can see what they're going for, and I can actually respect a game like this for actually attempting this.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else from anybody?
I think Slim hit pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So, for me.
Cool. Alright.
Okay.
Couldn't have said it better.
Valiant Hearts, The Great Path, coming out June 25th, which was basically a game based on World War I with canine companions.
Affirmative.
Oh.
It was this really sad trailer with that comic-looking graphic.
Yes.
It looked a little bit, if you know Don't Starve, it looked a little bit like
Yeah,
that.
it did.
A little bit.
Uh-huh.
And it was this trailer with that sad music and the dog laying on the grave in the end and stuff, and the photo coming down. That was sad. I don't know what kind of game it is really yet.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know an awful lot. We just saw the trailer. But my God, was it sad?
You guys said World War I, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. This reminds me a lot of the style of the characters. Kind of reminds me of a Behemoth game, like Castle Crashers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that too.
Reminds me a lot like that.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I don't really have anything really to say about it. But I saw on Twitter, someone made a short comic strip parody of this game, and instead of the dog, it's a Growlithe.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that. I've seen that too.
And that was so sad.
Of course it's sad.
The
Yeah.
Growlithe
whole
evolved into
trailer.
Arcanine and stayed with him through his old age, and it's like, the feels.
The feels. It looks like I don't know what you're doing in there, really. Again, they didn't say much, but it looks like a neat game. I like the comic look. And the topic is, right in the feels. Oh, what else can I say? I'd play it. It seems like a Steam game almost, though.
Yeah.
Probably is.
I'm actually gonna like. I'm glad you brought that up because that's kind of what I believe. When I
Yeah.
see this game, I see this quirky little game that has the potential to leave like this undeniable impact in gamers' minds. You know, like
Mhm.
this could be the next Portal or Braid. The small game, big impact, and you're not gonna forget it. You know, it's got its own little unique charm, and
Mhm.
yet it's somber at the same time. It's got
Yeah.
that. It's a very it's like a bittersweet tragedy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I really hope to bring it out on Steam. That would be a really great platform.
It will be on PC, so I'd imagine they'll put it on
thank
there.
you. Thank you so much.
The only
Please.
system it won't be on is, guess who? Wii U.
Oh.
Screw you, Nintendo. I mean, what? Makes
Well,
sense.
I feel like it's not even Nintendo. I feel like it's a lot of companies that are scared to put anything on Nintendo.
It's
Yeah.
Ubisoft and EA. And I mean they were as soon as Wii U was launched, they were on board with getting games out for the system, but then they just broke that promise and didn't really deliver much content.
Mm.
But this is a game that I would get on that system. I get on any system, but this is a game that if it was priced reasonably, because this doesn't seem like a full retail price game. It seems like a $10, $20.
Yeah.
I'd put it on Steam and that's it.
that would be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But man, you guys are definitely right. This game does have that sad quality to it. I don't even know if this
It
game's
really
gonna have a
does.
happy ending or a sad ending.
I don't know. It's World War One.
Better be a happy ending because World War I sucked.
Yeah, that's for
That
sure.
That was not a good war.
Who knows what the game's even going to be like gameplay wise? Because again,
Yeah.
it was just so.
Apparently it's a puzzle game.
I feel like
okay.
it's gonna have one of those bittersweet endings almost.
It's a
Yeah.
puzzle action game.
High chance of that.
Yeah.
Alright, we want to see this on Steam, Ubi. Alright.
Yeah. One thing's for sure. This game has succeeded in standing out.
Yep. We were crying in that channel when we watched it. Oh man. It was bad. So yeah, any more input to that? Cool. So, last but not least, maybe. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Where they showed the trailer and Aisha was laughing or crying at the same time. For some reason. It was basically like a hostage situation with 5v5 players. Where you can do a lot of environmental damage. And you're supposed to just get that hostage in your possession and, well, hopefully take out the other team before they take out you.
Yeah.
It looked a bit like another one of those casual online games, like Gmod kind of.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the whole game or if there's any more to it.
The only part of the game that matters.
Probably.
Personally, I'm more interested in the Division. The
Mm.
Division looks like the more interesting Tom Clancy game to me. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like just too short almost. If that's all it is, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, and it doesn't have that like really cool hook going for it. You know, like a cool premise, like oh shit, there's an epidemic.
Yeah, and I don't know what the story is to it. Period. They didn't say. It just showed
Yeah.
the gameplay. It was actually. They even mentioned that it was actual in-game footage, blah blah something, online experience something. They made a disclaimer actually, so that's what I remember. It looked interesting as a concept, but it did remind me a lot of like Gmod or Payday even. Except in Payday you rob banks, but here you save a hostage. But you know, same kind of idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They should
Well-
put that on Steam as a not full retail price kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it seems like one
Well,
of
no,
those
I
games.
agree. I'm agreeing.
I mean, I feel like this game harkens back to, you know, previous Tom Clancy games that are mostly about realistic military combat and heavy focus on the multiplayer.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to say
And
anything?
the Division kind of features that too, but
Yeah.
the Division has an interesting premise behind it. You know, it's got an interesting setting. It's got a story that makes you wonder. I don't see that in this game.
Mm.
One thing I'll say is I do think some of the weapons they used were pretty cool for the demonstration. The
Yeah.
whole kind of like making the ceiling close in on the enemy, and
I know, right?
that was pretty interesting. But again, same kind of thing. It did seem very Gmod-ish, but that seems to be the trend that a lot of these games are taking, and
Yeah.
maybe that is kind of the new thing right now. So
Yeah.
It seems like it. All this casual, small stuff that you could find on Steam for like $10 or something.
Huh.
yeah,
I feel like this is the trend this year.
Well, if
Probably.
people buy it and people play it, people will make it.
Yeah, because Gmod is still very high ranked in Steam, the Steam charts. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes it's in the top 10 again, when it's like, I don't know why. And then usually it's somewhere between 10 and 20. Ranked.
A lot of people still play Counter-Strike as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. We'll see where they're gonna put it. I hope they put it on Steam because I don't feel like it's worth to spend like, I don't know, $60 or some crap for a disc and then just having that. Might just be me, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So any thoughts about either this game or Ubi?
On Ubi in general?
Yeah.
Well, the thing about Ubisoft is that I do like how it has this like wide range of titles with all of these crazy ideas. Because this, and here's the thing I really like about this company. You notice how it has so many different teams located all around the world?
Yeah.
I think that really helps in diversifying its game library, you know? Because you have these different developers from different places with different philosophies, and as a result, you get games that go all over the place. You got, like, Tom Clancy games, you got Far Cry, you got Just Dance,
Yeah.
and you even got Valiant Hearts, which is one of the most unique games I've seen in a long time. So, yeah, Ubisoft definitely knows how to freshen things up.
Yeah, they're good at stuff. I feel like they had a good selection, like, of different stuff. There's a bit of, something fun, like Just Dance. There's a bit of more dramatic, crazy, like Far Cry. There's a bit of more racing, like The Crew. There's Assassin's Creed, which is just a classic favorite, whatever you want to call that.
Yeah.
There's this Steam kind of look, like indie feel, like Valiant Path. It's nice. I liked Ubi's presentation. I definitely like Aisha. She splits people, definitely, because people either hate or love her. There's probably nothing in between. But I liked it. I was left with a good feeling after this presentation. And I was like, yeah, there were some really good games that I would look into. I hope they're bringing a lot of them out on Steam. Because that's where I'd play them. Probably.
As for my opinion, it's a very weird thing, and again, it might sound like I'm nitpicking here, but I always I feel like when I look at like all that what Ubisoft presented, keep in mind they only showed 8 games in their entire hour, and a lot of those games you can see on other platforms, the other conferences, and even then, when you keep that into consideration, they always seem to show a bit more on the other conferences than they did on this one. And then all the unique stuff they did spend a lot more time on, like the Just Dance and the Shape Up stuff, but it seems weird to me that was the major focus. It seemed like more than half of the time was spent on just those 2 games, and then I don't know, I just don't feel like they really showed a whole lot that was really unique to really get me excited that nobody else was already showing. And while I do think they had a good lineup and overall they did fine, I don't think they did bad by any means. It just, I don't know, I kind of feel like Ubisoft was my least favorite of the 5 conferences.
Wow.
Just because I don't know, it just didn't really get to me that much, I guess.
It's a good point, because the games were definitely more interesting than the presentation itself.
Well, but that's what it's about, right? The games.
Yeah, in the end, that's what it's all about, but, there could have been a little more sizzle to the steak.
I personally like that. I would put Ubi and EA on about the same spot, plus minus ish.
And yeah, and that is a good point because when you think about it, these are third-party developers
Yeah.
in comparison with the first-party developers that the other three conferences are, and that's something you should keep in mind. But I mean, even I feel like I feel like I came out with a little more after watching EA than I did with Ubisoft.
Well, they have more games. Personally, I'd rather have something like Ubi where it's just like, let's say, I don't know, what was it, 8 games or so? And you know, they spend a good time though showing a bit of something or even putting a bit of something funny in between the games. So making a good presentation overall and a good show as opposed to having something just dragging on forever and that is not really interesting or, you know, that's just me. So. I kind of have sympathies for Ubisoft in general. Not to say that I'm biased towards them, but I kind of like the people they have. They're always so punny and so silly and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, and you can tell that in their games too. I mean, how the Rayman series, for example.
Yeah, I'd rather have few games, but they're really neat. Like Just Dance, I don't play dance games whatsoever, but it excited me, you know. So I'm like that means they did a good job, at least in my book. If they can get me excited for a game I'm not usually into, or in a game genre even, I'm like they did a good job. I don't know.
How about you, Tommy?
Yeah, Tommy.
Ubisoft.
Oh boy.
Think about them.
Oh boy.
Well, trying to think what game. Nothing really. I'm not really. It's the same with EA. There's not really anything from them that I'm too thrilled about.
Oh.
So sorry. I like the idea. I like the ideas that they had with the crew and having that open world seamless gameplay. But unfortunately, it's not a game I would sit down for 2.5 hours just to race.
I will.
Yeah. Again, it's like I don't think they did bad necessarily. It's just that I personally wasn't blown away by anything that I wasn't already blown away in another conference already.
Yeah.
And like the crew, I mean, the crew was only covered in Ubisoft. That was probably my biggest highlight from the Ubisoft conference. But even then, I mean, I was already excited about it from last year's conference. So, all this one really succeeded with is just reminding me, this game is still in development. You can still own this game very, very soon.
Hey, go for the closed beta.
That's a good point.
I have been thinking about it, actually.
Go for it. We
Yeah.
had people sign up immediately when we watched it. It was awesome.
Yeah, I'll get on that.
They're like, I'm signing up right now. I'm like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And Unity. Unity looks pretty sweet, too.
Yeah. And that Steam game. Possibly Steam
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Doge.
Doge, yeah. The Doge Donuts. Anyway. Anything else about Ubi? Tommy? Looks at Tommy?
No.
Kiss me, senpai.
I've got one more thing to say.
Oh,
I actually like Aisha Tyler. You know why?
Yeah.
Because she's the voice of Lana Kane on Archer.
Oh.
That's a good show.
I like Aisha. She's saying stuff straight out how it is. I know people are all like, oh, she's cursing too much or she's doing this not too much, but no, she makes it entertaining. I like it. It's cool. But it's like I said, you either love her or hate her, I guess.
She's better than freaking Cammy.
Yes, for
Who?
sure. Cammy
The
from
female
Nintendo.
the female Nintendo rep from like 3 or no, not even 3 years, like 5 years ago.
Was it Cammy Dunaway? I think her name
Yeah, I
was.
think that's her name.
See? I don't even know what that is. Great. Good job, Aisha. Keep doing what you're doing, girl. Alright. Love it. Alright, so I guess this is all about Ubi.
Yep.
Cool.
We'll see you guys later.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.